Jules, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. So this was your first date with this person,
Yes, very first date.
and he didn't mention that he had a girlfriend.
Oh, absolutely not.
So you had no idea.
No idea.
So you're out walking the dog, and when you started getting close, did he see the car in the driveway?
I saw him look at a car before me, and then I turned around, and that's when I saw.
Okay, when he saw the car, did he say anything to you? Did he
He
explain,
said
like,
nothing.
he just let you walk right up on it?
Yep, exactly.
And did he know she was in there?
Well, he did when she rolled down the window, and they all started screaming at
Oh,
me.
there were more than one.
Oh, it was a car full of girls.
She started yelling from the car, or she got out?
She started yelling from the car at first, and then she got out, and her friends were behind her, and she came really close to me and tried to fight me.
What did you do?
I ran back to my car.
Okay, so you took off.
Yeah, I took off.
Yeah, good thinking.
Yeah, I thought that was the end of it, but
Yeah, it wasn't.
no.
What happened next?
She got my number from his iCloud and she started texting me nonstop.
As it turned out, that was the best of your
Oh,
dating experiences in the beginning, right?
that was nothing compared to.
Because the next one made you miss this guy.
Oh, 100%.
What happened on the next one?
So I actually found my date hiding under my bed.
Well, that's not how you met.
I met him on a dating app. Things were fine. He seemed sweet. I developed feelings for him. One night I decided to go out and he's texting me, asking me where I am. And he's a little concerned. He thinks I'm with other guys, which I'm not. I'm with my roommate. I find my key card to my apartment is missing. I don't think anything of it because I lose stuff a lot. Get back to my apartment, go to sleep, wake up to him crawling out from under my bed and standing over me.
So your key card didn't go missing, he took it.
Yes, he stole it from me.
Okay, you went to bed not knowing he was under the bed.
Oh, absolutely not. He went into my apartment while me and my roommate were out.
Okay, and that's your bed?
Yep, there it is. So he hid behind those drawers for hours.
Creep meter is pegging over here. So he hides under your bed behind those drawers for hours.
Yes.
And you're in bed asleep.
Yes, he thought that he was going to catch me come home with another guy. That's why he did it.
And what was his plan then? What was he going to do when
I'm happy I didn't find out.
did you ever report this?
No, but after telling the story a few times, now I think I should.
Holden, you met this person on a dating app and you guys talked for a while, and then you made a plan to go play video games at his father's home. Is that right?
Yeah, so we had talked for approximately a month, and the main plan was to go to his father's house while his father was offshore and play video games. He proposed a sexual encounter with handcuffs. I didn't know if he really wanted to have sex or not, but he did propose the encounter with handcuffs. So I agreed, and from there, he put the handcuffs on me, and after that, he started to threaten me with a pistol.
He goes to put the gun away, then he comes back and he pulls out a belt and
He started to strangle me.
and how long did this go on?
He strangled me probably for about 30 to maybe even longer, basically to the point of every blood vessel in my face, like up from the belt around my neck, every blood vessel ruptured. While I was unconscious, he put me into a bathtub, and that's where he began to start the mutilation of my arms or my hands and other parts of my body. I was covered kind of head to toe in blood. So in total, he had put 6 holes into my throat with either a knife or an ice pick. He had multiple items in an attempt to kill me. He sliced the side of my throat open. You probably can't see it that well, but there it is right there. He bashed the back of my skull open with a hammer, cracking my skull open in order to finish killing me. And he attempted to cut off both of my hands and was able to saw down to the bone on both of them. His main goal was to keep my hands as trophies, have other parts of me as memorabilia, and other parts of me to have as food.
Okay, so he was going to eat parts of your body.
Yes, that's what he confessed.
She connected with a man that she fell in love with, but what she didn't see coming was how he scammed her out of $85,000. And that is hard to see coming. And sometimes, if that's who they are, if that's what they do, they're really, really good at it. And he was really good at it, right?
He was extremely good. I think in the other cases, you were attacked by somebody and you couldn't have prevented it. And that's why I think sharing my story is really embarrassing, because looking back, now I can see where I should have done things differently. Um, but there's no way that this was this person's first time. They were way, way too good. But he built my trust up over time. The first time he said he needed $500 for his daughter, so I sent it to him PayPal and he paid me back. The next time it was something like $1,500. I did it, he paid me back. I had no reason not to trust him. So the big one was he was working supposedly a job and asked me to deposit a check for $85,000 into my bank account. So I deposited the $85,000. The bank immediately made $500 available for withdrawal. 2 business days later, the bank made the full $85,000 available in my account. So in my brain, I assumed that meant that the check had cleared. The bank wouldn't make that much money available if it hadn't. So he asked me to wire $82,000 and that I could keep 3 just for helping him out. So I did the wire transfer. And then 4 business days later, the bank said, oops, our fault. This was a fraudulent check. We never received the funds from the check issuer. So not only are you liable for it, but we're confiscating every penny you have to your name. So imagine me, single mom of 3 little kids. I couldn't buy groceries. I couldn't pay my mortgage. I couldn't pay our bill. Like, what was I supposed to do?
You say that this Mark ghosted you and then messaged you saying his real name is William and that he is from Nigeria and part of an organized theft group targeting women on dating apps.
Correct.
Why do you think he did that?
As naive as this sounds, a part of me would really like to believe that it's because he really did love me and that he really did feel bad that he left my kids and I in this situation. But I'm not dumb. I know that it's probably all a lie, but it's the emotional piece of it. It's like taking every dollar I have. Like, that's one thing, but never being able to trust anybody again. That's why I can't do dating sites anymore.
I don't know that this helps, but I can tell you, I know you say things to yourself that it's like, how could you? But the truth is, these truly are really skilled professionals. They understand how the bank works. They understand how the clearing houses work. They understand what the timing is. And he did invest seed money. He asked for some money, you gave it to him, he paid it back to build trust. He asked for a little bit more, he paid it back to build trust. Then he didn't ask for a large sum of money, he gave you the money, and your bank put that in your account. They didn't say we're going to hold this for collection, they put it in your account. So the whole system really failed you, and a very skilled professional that has a lot of experience at this preyed upon you. They call them con men for a reason. That's short for confidence. They build confidence in people, and then they prey upon you. And I've worked with the Nigerian ambassadors. We've put people on the ground in Nigeria. They do have a really big combine over there. They work out of workrooms over there. He may have been talking to you and 30 other women at the same time.
I'm sure.
You have no way of knowing.
The marketing for dating apps is so powerful because they tap into our deepest need for love and connection. Meanwhile, their actual business model is to get you addicted to the app and to actually have a relationship with the app itself. That's why you see people on them multiple hours a week. They're designed and very pointedly to addict you, to get your serotonin levels jumping, and the swiping, gets your whole neurological system excited about matching. And there are lots of people actually who use dating apps a lot and never even meet anyone in person. They just go on the app itself because it just becomes, quote unquote, fun to play the game.
Talking about how you mentioned the lowering of the self-esteem, do you think that it kind of has an effect on how people organically walk up to people in the day-to-day life? Do you think people resort to the technology more than, oh, I see this person walking across the street, let me go talk to them? Do you think that has a big impact?
Great question, fantastic question. Yes, this is changing the way that we date and mate. It's upending a 10 to 15,000 year evolutionary process by which we, evolve to meet people and form bonds and social connections and relationships. This has changed the way people interact in real life to the extent where I've interviewed so many people who say that they don't go up to someone at the gym or in a bar or wherever you might used to meet someone. They will just go on an app. People have told me that they will go on an app in a bar.
Linus, there are real people out there that aren't predators that still have communication skills and can meet and talk other than on apps, right? I mean, there are still people out there.
Absolutely. And first of all, I'm sorry to hear some of these horrible stories. I'm really sorry. But no, there are some good people on there. There's really nice, unique people out there.
This is one of my calls for the dating app industry. They need to vet. They also need to have age checks.
It's a dangerous tool, as they say. With great power comes great responsibility. You have to be responsible to yourself to not put yourself out there in those kind of situations. It's a powerful tool, and sometimes we forget how dangerous it is. It puts you in front of the whole world, and you forget about that. You developed this relationship and emotional connection with the phone, not with the other person. You go out there, you download the app, and you expect it to protect you.
Your point is everybody needs to be really careful who they're allowing to be on their app. And if somebody is allowing a serial rapist, a con artist, a scammer to get on their app, they've got to find some way to filter those people, to find those people. And of course, if they haven't been discovered yet, that's hard to do. But some of these people, like one woman, there was a registered sex offender on
There
the
are a
app.
lot of
That's a
yes.
fairly low bar. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.